Shalom, shalom, for the foremost. Before I get started, I want to give all honor and glory and power to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Hakwadash. I want to say double honors to our elders, our great apostles, great millstone, GMS, who rule well and teach well, being a great example to Israel, all right, man, the elect. I want to say peace and blessings. All right, to the hopefully elect on the four corner, percent truth and sincerity. All right, that great song that you brought in the box is coming with a quick lesson. All right, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shema Shai, and basically still touching, all right, the time of trouble like no other. All right, when you're going into prophecy, it's known as Jacob trouble. All right, and we know what's gonna be the forefront. All right, of you so-called Negroes, Latino, Native American, Hispanics, even you Edomites, you other nations smashing out. You know, and the one thing that hold a great value, all right, is what? Food and water. All right, email came to my phone this morning. It was speaking of the snaps. You know, it's known as food stamps, and it says it's quite a few changes, and some changes may be surprising. So you just imagine what that surprise is, man. All right. So here it is, and that's one way that America, like American people, all right, still really keep it, you know, holding back. You know what I'm saying? Because they still accepting, you know, they still getting them government's assistance. But remember, the Esau finna put a squeeze, all right, on these things, man. And it was gonna cause rise and chaos and confusion, all right, ultimate prophecy, you see? So I was on this brother page on Instagram, and reason why, you know, Instagram is good for certain purposes, because a lot of good information, you know what I'm saying, be on here, a lot of good information, you know what I'm saying, a lot of whistleblowers and, you know, certain things that we don't see on the news, or, you know what I'm saying, other platforms dealing with the internet, it be on here, 444, call up a shy. So it says Biden U.S. official warned of hunger for millions in a government shutdown. You see, it's brewing up again, because that's how it happened in 2019. They came just talking about it, and then all of a sudden, boom, it happened. You know, such at this time. But remember, this time it's never going to turn back. You see, it's only going to get worse and worse and worse. All right. So I got a precept. It's in 2 Ezra 6:20. It said, when the world that shall begin to visit the world, so like it, and when the world that shall begin to vanish away shall be finished, all right, and it's speaking of what? Esau, this society, Babylon the Great. And so like, Lord willing, y'all brothers and sisters be edified, you know, while I lay the law down. But speaking of Babylon the Great, because this is the world that started to vanish away, all right, we can see it. And it says, then I will show my tokens, and these tokens is what? Prophecy. All right, and it says, the book shall be opened before the firmament, and they shall all see together, which is this word going out. All right, and it says, and the children of the earth old shall speak with their voices, and the young women, the women with child shall bring forth untimely children, and of 3 and 4 months old, and they shall live and be raised, right, raised up. It says, suddenly shall the sowing places what appear unsown, and that's what you're gonna have. All right, as we see, as he just said, what? Warn of hunger for millions in America. All right, so what's gonna happen? These stores, all right, gonna start closing. The ships not gonna run anymore, and what they're gonna be for the people? All out hell, man. All right, and it says, and the full storehouse shall be suddenly what? Found empty. All right. Hey, the Lord not playing, man. And let me get this video, Lord willing. Like I said, y'all brothers to be edified.
With a shutdown, what we would see across the United States is a denial of those benefits and opportunities. In some cases, it would be literally within a matter of days after the shutdown. In some cases, it may be, in some states, it may be literally in a matter of weeks. But clearly, during the course of a shutdown, millions of those moms, babes, and young children would see a lack of nutrition assistance. WIC is a program that impacts and affects over 50% of all the newborns in this country. Nearly 7 million pregnant moms, new mothers, and young children count on WIC every single day to receive support, nutrition assistance support. With a shutdown, what we would see across the United States is a denial of those benefits and opportunities. In some cases, it would be literally within a matter of days after the shutdown. In some cases, it may be, in some states, it may be literally in a matter of weeks. But clearly, during the course of a shutdown, millions of those moms, babes, and young children would see a lack of nutrition assistance. WIC is a program that...
now check this out. It said, the virgin shall mourn, having no bridegroom, right? And the woman shall mourn, having no husband. And their daughter shall mourn, having no way helpers. You see that? Because when you look at a man is fit, all right, to provide, you know. And here it is, you women in that time, you know, it's over with. You're gonna mourn, all right, because you have no help, all right, and then you run into Esau, Edom. Guess what's gonna happen then? You're gonna get destroyed by the Heavenly Father. It said, woe unto you, they go down to Egypt for help, you know. So it's high time for you women, all right, to wake out of sleep, you know. So let me play the video again. I got another preset.
Is a denial of those benefits and opportunities. In some cases, it would be literally within a matter of days after the shutdown. In some cases, it may be, in some states, it may be literally in a matter of weeks. But clearly, during the course of a shutdown, millions of those moms, babes, and young children would see a lack of nutrition assistance. WIC is a program that impacts and affects over 50% of all the newborns in this country. Nearly 7 million pregnant moms, new mothers, and young children count on WIC every single day to receive support, nutrition assistance support. With a shutdown, what we would see across the United States is a denial of those benefits and opportunities. In some cases, it would be...
Now look, check this out. It says Matthew 24:19. It says, woe unto them that are with child. And this is how Shah speaking. It said, woe unto them that are with child, and to them that get sucked in those days. You see? And it says, but pray ye that your flight be not in the winter. And what time we heading into? We heading into winter. All right? We heading into winter, man. So it's going to be a cold winter. All right? It says, not in the winter, neither on the Sabbath day. All right? Because, you know, on the Sabbath day, you don't supposed to strike fire so I can get warm. You know what I'm saying? That's just, you know, just speaking. You know, metaphor speaking. It said, neither on the Sabbath day. So, man, it's a, and you use firewood to cook. And so it's a, man, that's why I say it's a time like never before. You know, I say even the time of what? Jacob trouble. But what? He shall be saved out of it. Meaning what? Those that figure how by Shema Shah. You know. And it says, for it be great tribulation, all right, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, nor evil shall be, right? And except those days shall be shortened, there shall no flesh be saved. Because how this motherfucker finna turn out, man. All right? It's finna get raw out here, man. You know? It's finna get raw. And it says, but the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. All right? If any man shall say unto you, lo, here is Yahweh Shai, load up, believe it not. All right? So let's go into Ezekiel real quick. This is Ezekiel. All right, 4:16. And it says, moreover, he said unto me, Son of man, behold, I will break the staff of the bread in Jerusalem, and they shall eat bread by weight. You see that? With care right now, because people not eating with care right now. They throwing food away. You know what I'm saying? They wasting food. But guess what? In that time, hey, they gonna eat with care, goddamn it. Every little bit, they'll get fucking dropping dirt that stepped on. Guess what? You still gonna eat it because of the time we're gonna be in. Man, it's finna, man, shit. I hope the Lord have mercy on me. You know what I'm saying? And the, you know what I'm saying, the apostles, the brothers, the elders, the bishops, you know, and those that like-minded, you know? Because, man, it's going to be like Esdras. It's like, shit, woe is me, woe is me. You know, who going to deliver me in those days, man, those times, man? You know? Just by reading this and visualizing, all right, fear fall upon me, man. You know? Because, bro, it's finna get wild out here, man. All right? We know what Jake do for food. You know what I'm saying? And when they hungry and shit. So, yeah, so it says, and with care, and they shall drink water by measure, and what? With astonishment. You see that? They that may want bread and water, and be astonished one with another, and consume away from their what? Iniquity. Alright? So let me get this, and I'm gonna end it on this. Ezekiel 5, alright, and 16. And it says, when I shall send upon them the evil arrows of famine. You see that? Remember, it's two types of famine that's coming. Hearing the word, because that's really the most important famine, of hearing the word, receiving the word, because what? Man should not live by bread alone, by what? By every word, because by you hearkening and hearkening to the voice of Yahweh Shema Shah, guess what? You're going to be preserved from these sad perils. You're going to be protected. You see? So here it is. So will I send upon you famine and evil beasts, right? Because, man, that's why I say he created a spirit of vengeance. Because when you think about these animals in these zoos and nowhere to eat, what did they come? They coming to the city. All the animals in the forests, in the woods, in the deserts, they coming to what? A city, man. All right, looking for what? Food. All right, so hey, it's gonna be hell out here, man. All right, it's gonna be hell, man. So it says, and they shall bereave thee, and pestilence and blood shall pass through thee, and I will bring the sword upon thee. I, the Lord Yahweh, have spoken. We understand who that sword is. All right, the so-called white man, Esau Edom. All right, the Lord gonna allow him to come down, having great wrath, and it's part of his wrath, man. All right, he's putting the squeeze on, all right, the substance. All right, in Babylon the Great, what can you eat? What can you drink? What can you sleep? Where can you go? You know, how can you buy? How can you sell? See, these are the things the so-called white man got the ability to do. All right, through the power of Yahweh. But guess what? It's for his discretion and 2/3 discretion. All right, so Lord willing, y'all brothers edified. Next time, Shalom. About Raka'akim. Hey, DTA, baby.